Hello everyone, welcome back to J-toyautoworks, where we take a closer look at RC. I'm your host Ryan, and in today's video we're going to discuss the differences between an RC car and an RC car. And we're going to talk about it right after this. Alright, so what we have here is a situation where somebody might ask for an RC car as a present. Or maybe you would just assume that all RC cars are the same. Now, if you're talking about maybe someone who's a little bit more mature, a little older, but still, is into the world of RC, like myself, then this is what they mean when they say RC car. Okay. Now, this car, kitchen floor, garage, in an enclosed area, maybe a living room, something like that. That's where cars like this are going to shine. Now, these do take rechargeable batteries. Both of these do. These are usually much smaller. I'm not sure the milliamp rating on this one. Probably going to take a while to charge. Probably got like one of those wall chargers where it takes like 4 hours to charge it for 10 minutes of play, something like that. You do have a little bit of adjustment up here for your steering if it's swaying left or right. That being said, this is more of the real deal in terms of what we consider RC. Alright, so now that we have the Civic here in front of us, let's go ahead and remove these body pins and take a look at some of the differences here. So keep in mind that when, those of us in the enthusiast realm and you who are looking to become part of this community as well, when we're talking about the RC stuff, we're not saying that all of these are better than whatever it is that you or your friend has, or that these cars are better than anything else, really. But the key difference is these are purposely designed for us to race and enjoy and have fun with, whereas the other one are just meant to essentially, play in a local area, not very far out of your reach. And this is really elaborated on once you take the bodies off of these and start to see the mechanics behind them. So we'll set that to the side. So now this happens to be a front wheel drive car here. And as you can see, there's the same kind of black plastic on here, but there's a lot going into this. First of all, you have, real suspension on here. You even have sway bars in here. Decent sized motor, all your electronics. Now, these electronics and stuff, to be fair, are going to be the same electronics, not the same type, not the same quality, but of course you're going to have a remote receiver in the Lamborghini. You're going to have to have a motor in order for it to run. You're going to have the battery for it to get its charge. Now, saying those words and saying those items does not make it the same as this. Now, like I said, this has, suspension and sway bars, much bigger electronics, batteries, different gearing, and a key component to this is that, you have to build this from scratch yourself. Like I said, there are kits, but generally speaking, they come in a box, and all this will just be separate pieces, and you have to take it apart and build it on your own. And then when you get out there and you can start playing with it, you can customize it from there. If you want stickier tires, maybe your tires aren't holding up as well, you can get better tires. Maybe you want your tires to be to stick out a little further, then you can change the offset. If you want to adjust the braking or the pull on the motor, you can change that as far as going neutral, reverse, or changing the steering, how far you want it to steer left and right, not only the trim, but how far you want it to steer at all. So those are certain things that you can do, certain customization options that you can do with the actual RC car. Now, going over to this car, you might be asking, Ryan, why don't you take off the body and show us the insides of this one? Well, let's see. It does appear to have some screw holes on here. There's quite a few of them, but the thing is, let's see this battery. Oh yeah, okay, so we have a 500 milliamp battery. 500 milliamp battery. Just to jump off subject just a second. So this is another battery. This is an older battery, but this here is a 5,000 milliamp battery. Okay, so this battery weighs more than this car, it seems like. I might be overstepping my boundaries there, but it's definitely not that far off. So that's an example of one key differences in the car. Now back to the body, taking off the body here. I can't really take off the body on this this car, like I said, unless I remove a bunch of these screws. And once I do, it's going to be a bunch of really thin plastic. This, it's not going to be customizable. I can't change anything or add any, add any suspension or add any sway bars or anything like that that would change or affect the handling characteristics of the car. So like I said, this is for us in the RC community, this is just a showpiece. Just something, given if it's a good enough quality and if it looks good enough to sit on your desk, then that's exactly what I would recommend. And then you can leave the actual playing of the RC car, going out to the track, coming to our store, racing on our tracks, to these more capable machines. Okay, believe it or not, some of the boxes for these actually say this is not a toy on there. I don't really share that same notion. I believe they are toys to a sense, a way for us to be able to enjoy racing and in different formats, whether it be drifting or rally or on road F1, just on a smaller scale. So I think these are purpose built for us enthusiasts to have a little bit of fun and enjoy racing on a different level. So let's get these back, get the body pins back in here, and we'll continue this discussion. All right, guys, so we got all the body pins back on here. So this is set and ready to go. Now, a couple of key differences I wanted to bring up and kind of reiterate is that we were talking about the distance as far as how far you can drive these. I mentioned that this one you can only drive maybe to the end of your driveway, and this one you can drive just about until you lose it, essentially. Now, that's only possible because of the communication that it has between the electronics that are on board here and the remote. Now, you can see the differences between the two. This little remote goes to this Lamborghini here, and this bigger remote goes to the Civic. Now, the fact that I'm saying Civic and the fact that this has a Civic body on here has nothing to do with its capability. That's all with the electronics that's on board and the remote. All right. So you can change this body off. You can make it whatever car you want, and it's still going to perform the same. It's just going to look different. If you wanted to have, a bigger car sit on the shelf, maybe 20 feet across the room, this might be a good choice. This would be big enough for you to be able to see, and you can leave these items for the ones that you actually want to take out, play with, have fun, and enjoy on the weekends or during the week if you have time. Keep that in mind when you're shopping for somebody. If they say that they want an RC car, chances are you know the individual well enough to where you can make the correct decision. Maybe you've seen them play with the car before, or maybe they're auto enthusiasts, then they might prefer something like this. It's going to cost a little bit more, but you're going to have a lot more fun with it. They're going to have a lot of fun customizing it, building it, etc. That's really all I have for you today. Appreciate you for tuning in to another episode. Like and subscribe for more videos. There's going to be some coming out. We have a lot more topics to discuss, but I kind of wanted to go over this real quick just to kind of show you both sides. The RC doesn't necessarily mean the same for all versions. The ones you see at, Toys R Us is gone, but the ones you see at maybe Target or Walmart, chances are not going to be the same as these. So check out our online store and keep an eye out for more videos coming out soon. I appreciate you for watching.